All right, today we're going to draw a simple traffic cone. It's a very simple thing, but it allows us to use two commands that are really powerful in Inventor. The first is loft, because sometimes you need to make a cylinder. Sometimes you need to make a cone shape, and it allows that. But we also get to use something called the shell command, which allows you to basically hollow things out. So we're going to draw this traffic cone. As you can see, it's hollow and the base has a circular cutout. The file for this is in the descriptions. Please go ahead and download it as a PDF and print it up and take a look at it. Also, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps. And let's get started. So let's go to Home. And we're going to choose New. And we're going to choose a standard part. All right, as always, the first thing we do is go to Tools and check the units. This is in inches, so we go to units just to make sure the length is set in inches, and it is, so we're good. So we're going to go back and we're going to start. Now, how we're going to do the actual cone itself, we'll leave the base for later. Right now, the cone itself is going to be two circles on two different planes. So let's start a 2D sketch. And let's choose the XZ plane. Let's go to the center, make sure our cursor's green so we know we grabbed it, and we're going to pull off. Now, if we look at the drawing, the bottom of this cone has a diameter of 18 inches. So I'm going to type in 18. I'm going to hit the top button so we can see it all. And that's all we have to do right now. So I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. Hit our home button so I can see it all. Now, what I want to do is, I want to go to the plane we drew on, which is the XZ plane. It's under Origin. The XZ is the one that we drew on, and I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to turn on visibility so I can see it. All right, now we need to draw this smaller circle. The top part, the other end of this cone, has a diameter of 2 inches. We need to remember that. But what we also need to remember is that that cone is 36 inches tall. So we need to put our second circle 36 inches above and directly above the center. So we come over here to our plane command, click on it, and we're going to go offset from plane. And we're going to choose this plane right here. And we're going to go up by typing in this dialog 36 and hit the check mark. Let's hit our home button so we can see it. And there we go. There's our other plane that we're going to draw the other end of that cone on. So let's go to Start 2D Sketch. And let's choose this new work plane, which is called Work Plane 1. Now, they're directly on top of each other, so this is going to make it kind of easy. We're going to draw our second circle, which is 2 inches. And we're going to go to that same midpoint. It's in the same plane as that in one direction, but it's exactly 36 inches above. So we're going to go to that center, make sure our cursor's green, click on it, and type in 2 inches, or just 2. And then we're going to hit Finish Sketch. And now this is where the Loft command comes in. When we're in our 3D model toolbar, we will see Loft, and we're going to click on it. Now, we're going to have to add 2 sections. The sections are these 2 circles. So we have to hit click to add. We're going to add this first circle. We're going to hit click to add. Now we're going to add the 2-inch circle at the top. And we're just going to hit OK. And there it goes. There's our nice little cone already done. Now, this is where the shell command comes. If we look at our drawing, it says the interior has a 1/4 inch loft, which, it should be a 1/4 inch shell. I apologize for that. That means the thickness of this cone, the material making this cone, is 1/4 inch. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the bottom where we can see, and we're going to hit our shell command. Now it's asking us for the thickness, so we said it's 1/4 inch, so that's going to be 0.25 inches, and we're going to choose this face, and it's just that easy. Now we have a hollowed out cone, but we now have to cut the hole out at the top. So we're going to hit Start 2D Sketch, and we're going to draw in this little circle right here. And we're going to make a hole, first of all, by a circle. Now, we're going to go to our circle command. We're going to choose this midpoint, but it's not going to be 2 inches. Because the thickness of this is 1/4 inch, we're going to subtract 0.25 from 2, and we end up with 1.75 for the diameter. And then we hit Finish Sketch. We're going to zoom back in on it, and we're going to use our Extrude command. We're going to choose that face. For distance, we're going to go All, and we're going to make sure it's a cut. Not join, but cut, and we hit OK. Now that's hollow. All right, one other thing, zoom out so we can see it all. We need to do the base. Now what we're going to do for the base is we're going to go to the bottom, and we're going to start a sketch. Luckily, this plane is visible, and that's the plane we're going to draw on. So we're going to click on that. Now, the base is 1 inch thick, and it's 24 inches by 24 inches. It's just a basic square. So we're going to do this a very simple way. We're going to go Line, and we're going to go to that center, and we're going to come out 90 degrees, 24 inches. Then we're going to go up, not 24 this time. I just made a mistake, but we can change that. We're going to go up 12 inches because we're trying to get a corner. Now, this one, hit enter to get out of it. This one should have only been 12 inches too. Luckily, I can do that just by changing this dimension. So we have a 12-inch line and a 12-inch line. What that's going to do is give us a base point for our rectangle command. So we're going to go to 2-point rectangle. We're going to choose the end point over here. That's the corner of our base. And we're going to pull over. And in the 2 dialog boxes, we're just going to type 24, then tab, then 24 again to get that square. And there it goes. We're going to right click and hit OK to get out of the command. And now we're going to right click on these 2 lines to delete them. We don't need them anymore. Now, we don't want the base to be solid. We want it to be hollow all the way through the cone. So we're going to draw another circle at this center point. And this is an 18-inch hole, but it has a 1/4 inch thickness. So we're going to take a 1/4 inch off of the diameter, and we're going to go 17.75. And then we're going to right click and hit OK, and now we're going to finish that sketch. Now we can pull it around any way we want to, but we're going to need to extrude now. So we're going to go to our extrude command. We're going to choose that face. And the thickness of that is 1 inch according to our drawing. That's good, but we need to go down, not into the cone. The cone starts on the top face, so we need to choose direction 2. And then hit OK. Now we can go over here to our XZ plane, right click, turn off visibility. Then we can go to a work plane 1, right click, and turn off visibility. Now we're almost done. I'm going to show you another little feature in this that I find very cool. And it's for actually testing structural analysis and things like that, which Inventor does, which we'll get to later. But I did my research and I found out that most traffic cones are made from thermoplastics. So we're going to go up here to our materials box, and instead of generic, we're going to scroll down all the way to the T's, and we're going to choose thermoplastic resin because that's what it's made of. But that's a generic black color. Let's go over here to our color box and let's choose an orange, just to make it stand out like a traffic cone should. And there we go, just that simply. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Again, please hit like and subscribe so you can get updates when I do more. And thanks, and have a great time with Inventor.